Morning all. Today I am going to discuss about global strategy. So this one is important for international business. So because now every business today every business is national level and international levels. So some of the business large scale businesses, not for I'm not talking about small businesses. So the product which is largely used by people and it is used by most of the people in the world. So then that business having international market. So before you are entering into the international market, first you have to export your product to some other country. After that, you have to evaluate or analyze the demand of the product. So suppose if you are you are directly you are directly go to that country and you have to start a plant in that country and you have to start the business. So suppose for example Pepsi and Coca-Cola, these two are not Indian companies, but they have started their business in India because the India is a huge market for their products. Because uh, we are having huge summer, that means heavy heat in the summer. So there is a demand for cool drinks in large scale. That's why they are directly started their plants in India in so many states. So almost all, I think for all states there is a plants. So area wise, not only single plant in the country, sorry, state. So in some states, according to the demand, they're starting 2 or 3 plants also. So they are having the global market. Then they follow global strategy. So suppose if you take an example, Pepsi and Coca-Cola. So they are giving advertisements with regional and national level. So that means suppose in India, so from Bollywood, suppose they are giving an advertisement with movie artists, cinema heroes, and something. So they are selecting local and also national level people also. Okay, that means national level, that Bollywood or some those who are well known to the public, those who are artists are well known to the public. So they are giving ads with them. So then in this way, they are developing their market in India. So before talking about this global strategy, one point I have to discuss with you. Suppose in India, Pepsi and Coca-Cola and Thumbs Up, these three are there. So Thumbs Up and Coca-Cola both are same, comes under same brand because the Coca-Cola company is take over the business of Thumbs Up. So that's why both are in a single brand. But in India, there is a huge market for Thumbs Up only, not for Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Okay. So first, ultimately, we go for Thumbs Up. And after that, second priority is the Sprite. Suppose if there is no availability of the thumbs up, then we are thinking about Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Okay. So in India, the people are habituated the taste of thumbs up. So the remaining two and thumbs up, sorry, Coca-Cola and Pepsi are not giving that much taste because we are habituated the taste of thumbs up. So now the present scenario in the present situation also, thumbs up is having the more demand rather than Pepsi and Coca-Cola because the thumbs up is having unique taste. The flavor is very good compared to remaining one. So then, so for that purpose, suppose I'm discussing the example. So before takeover of the thumbs up, the Pepsi and Coca-Cola both are entering into the Indian market, but Coca-Cola company is having and a competition of thumbs up. So because already there is a huge customer base for thumbs up. So then the Coca-Cola is entering into the Indian market, but the sales are very low because nobody is not interested to drink Coca-Cola comparison with thumbs up. So then the Coca-Cola and Pepsi both are targeted the same company, the Indian brand thumbs up. In any way, we fall down the sales of they are trying to fall down the sales of thumbs up. Then they are not attacking directly on thumbs up. They develop a strategy, that means they develop a wise plan how to fall down the sales of thumbs up. Then the idea or some plan they're executed. What is that plan is? So they're in previous days, suppose before 10 years or 5 years, 10 years. So you go back to 10 years past. So at that time, there is a power problem. So cool drink means it has cooling. So otherwise it not considered as a cool drink. So the thumbs up is a facing problem. They are not providing at that time there is no refrigerators. So only water cooling is there. So water cooling refrigerators are available. So in water cooling refrigerators, they are keeping the cool drinks in that water coolers. Okay. So water cooling refrigerators. So then in this way, they maintain the cooling for cool drinks. So at that time, the Coca-Cola and Pepsi both are observing the situation of the thumbs up. So the thumbs up company is not providing any refrigerators or anything to the retailers. So they come up with the strategy. Thumbs up and Coca-Cola and Pepsi are both are offering the rural areas or some urban areas also. They are offering free refrigerator or some small amount of deposit. Then they are giving the refrigerators to the retailers. So the electricity bill is bared by retailer. So they are charged some extra. So that is a different one. So and they are giving refrigerators to all the retailers. but they are mentioning one condition. Only in that refrigerator you have to keep only the Coca-Cola products, and in Pepsi company refrigerator they are only keep Pepsi products only. So not keeping any other products in that refrigerator. That is the condition. So, and they are also regularly monitoring with some supervisor. So only they are putting our cool drinks or any other brand. That means any other means at that time only three are there: Limca and Gold Spot and Thumbs Up is there. So these three cool drinks are not keep in that fridges. So ultimately, ultimately the Thumbs Up is facing a problem of cooling. So because the retailers are not keep the thumbs up bottles in the Coca-Cola or Pepsi refrigerators, so the customer basically wants the cool drinks with a cooling. At that time, we are all not having the refrigerators in our homes. Now it is no problem. So just we have to take the cool drink and with the plastic bottles, PET bottles, then we kept into the fridge, in our own fridge. Nowadays, the cooling is no problem at all. So, but you go for suppose you went to some villages or some remote areas, then ultimately you need the cooling. So without cooling, it is not called as a cool drink. So that's why the Thumbs Up and the local brands in Indian brands, the Gold Spot or Limca are facing a cooling problem. So automatically the customer move to Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So because there is no option, because the Thumbs Up and these are does not having much more cooling comparison with the to Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So there is no option for customer, then ultimately they go for Pepsi and Coca-Cola. So in this way, the Coca-Cola and Pepsi companies are fall down the business of Thumbs Up. So after some time, the Thumbs Up faces a issue. So the retailers also demands you are also providing the refrigerators. Then only we are keep your cool drinks in our stores in my store. So otherwise we are not able to maintain your stock. So Thumbs Up company is not ready to give refrigerators to the retailers because they don't have much more money. That amount is not there. They are not invested because the company does not have that much capability. Because it is Indian company, so it is a single owner company. So after sometimes the Thumbs Up company faces serious issues. Then at that time, the Coca-Cola company is contacted the Thumbs Up company. So if you are ready to purchase, sell your business, then we are ready to acquire your business totally. So then at that time, the previous management, that means Thumbs Up management, is afraid about the situations which are occurred in future. So we are facing so many struggles in future also. So we are not competing with the multinational companies. So because we doesn't have that that much money. So under the technology also. So ultimately, Thumbs Up company takes the decision to sell the total business of Thumbs Up to Coca-Cola company. Then the deal will be finalized. So then Thumbs Up company is taken over by Coca-Cola company. So this is the strategy. So how they are acquire the business of the Thumbs Up company. So they don't touch the business of Thumbs Up and they don't talk about any quality issue or a taste issue. So they didn't talk about anything about Thumbs Up. Okay, so they are tactically handle the situation. So in this way, the global strategy is very, very important. So in India, they are applying this type of strategy. So suppose in some other country, they follow different type of strategy. So according to the situation. Okay. So depending upon the country and local demand and local impact, local factors, you have to consider each and everything. So this is global strategy. So simple introduction about as a, so I am explaining with example also. So in global strategy, management tries to formulate coherent strategies to provide synergy among worldwide operations for the purpose of fulfilling common goals. So ultimately fulfilling the common goals and to provide synergy among worldwide operations. So it provides a synergy for worldwide operations of the business. So a systematic strategic alternative should be used. A systematic strategic planning process for deciding on the appropriate strategic alternative should be used. So which one is appropriate for our organization? Then I have to select that one. Okay. So then that will be treated as a strategy which I have to choose. The strategy is systematic strategic planning process for deciding on the appropriate strategy, that is the suitable strategy for our organization. So and alternative should be used. So alternatively, it is also used. So the grand strategy of growth is a major motivation for both small and large businesses going international. So the grand strategy, that means global strategy of growth, is a major motivation. It is a major motivation for both small and large businesses which are going international. So in the international arena, companies face a strategic dilemma between global integration and national responsibility. Okay. So in the international arena, companies face a strategic dilemma. So the companies are facing a strategic dilemma between global integration and the national responsibilities. So that means first you have to global integration, and after that national responsiveness. So you have to respond the issues which are faced by the nation. So firms that pursue further international expansion must decide whether they want each global affiliate to act autonomously or to standardize and centralize activities. So after that, firms that pursue their further international expansion cannot so firms that pursue further international expansion must decide whether they want each global affiliate to act autonomously or to standardize the centralized activities. So each firm, suppose the firm pursue further international expansion, they are go for the firm is go for international expansion and must decide whether they want each global affiliate to act autonomously. So at that time, we must decide whether they want each global affiliate. So each global affiliate, they want to affiliate each global affiliate to act autonomously or to standardize and centralize activities. So he act autonomously. So there is no conditions, or to standardize and centralize activities. So standardized or centralized activities. Then this choice leads managers to select a basic grand strategy alternative, such as globalization, multi-domestic strategy, or transnational strategy. So this choice leads managers to select a basic grand strategy. So the manager selects basic grand strategy, alternative such as globalization, So multi-domestic strategy or transnational strategy. There are three types of global strategies. One is globalization, and second one is multi-domestic strategy, and third one is transnational strategy. So then we have to say about these three strategies. So first one, in a strategy of globalization, product design and advertising strategies are standardized throughout the world. So the product design and also advertising strategies are standardized throughout the world. So throughout the world, we have to follow same type of strategy. So advertising and in some other aspects, we have to follow same type of strategy in product design and advertising strategy. Suppose if you want to take an example of iPhone. So iPhone as a unique design, so all over the world. So the model and design are same in each and every country, same level, same design and same features and same specifications without any deviation. So and advertising also they are following some standardized throughout the world. So standardized advertisements. So this is based on the theory that people everywhere want to buy the same products and live the same way, live the same way. So for this theory, there is a basic assumption is everywhere the customer buy this product and also live the same way, and also the people those who are purchasing the same product, they are living a same way. So a globalization strategy can help an organization reap efficiencies by standardizing product design and manufacturing, using common suppliers, introducing products around the world faster, coordinating prices, and eliminating overlapping facilities. So a globalization strategy can help an organization reap efficiencies by standardizing product design and manufacturing. So there is a standardization of product design and also manufacturing, and also using common suppliers. So and introducing products around the world faster. So coordinating prices prices, there is a coordination, and eliminating overlapping facilities. So that means repeatedly used. So that means it is overlapping. You have to eliminate this overlapping facilities. Okay. So that is the globalization. And second one, in a multi-domestic strategy, product design, marketing, and advertising are modified to suit the specific needs of each country. Many companies reject the idea of a single global market. So in this multi-domestic strategy, product design, marketing, and advertising are modified to suit the specific needs of each country. So you have to change the design of the product, and marketing techniques and also advertising are different from one country to another country. So every country has own, that means in our own country you have to follow some type of strategy, but that is not applicable or used in a different nation. Okay, so that is important thing. Product design, marketing, and advertising are modified to suit the specific needs of each country. So that is suitable and modified according to the specific needs of each country. Many companies reject the ideas of a single global market. So many people are companies are rejecting single global marketing, the idea of single global market. So they are rejected. Single global market concept is rejected by many companies. Then next one, a transnational strategy. So transnational strategy is also another important one. So it seeks to achieve both global integration and national responsiveness. So globalization means sorry, a transnational strategy means it seeks to achieve both global integration and national responsiveness. So global integration means you have to integrate with the global, that means all over the world, and also national responsiveness. So you have to felt national responsiveness. This is difficult to achieve as one goal requires close global coordination, while the other goal requires local flexibility. So this is difficult to achieve. This is very difficult to achieve as one goal requires close global coordination. So one of the goal is requires close global coordination. That means global coordination is very close, and while the other goal requires local flexibility. So another one requires local flexibility. That means the country have to select to do start with to do a business in that country. So it requires local flexibility. So then Caterpillar Inc., the company Caterpillar uses a transnational strategy by designing products to use many identical components, but adding certain product features to meet local needs. So the basic thing is common for every country. Okay. So, but the important thing is designing products to use many identical components, but adding certain product features to meet local needs. So the basic design is common, and they are adding certain features to meet local needs. So what they are expecting this product or what the customer is needed, then according to that need, then they are developing a product. Then although most multinational companies want to achieve some degree of global integration to cuts down, even global products may require some customization to meet government regulations in various countries or some tailoring to meet customer preferences. So after that, most multinational companies want to achieve some degree of global integration. So every company wants to develop a global integration to hold costs down. So then even global products may require some customization. So global products are needs some customization. Suppose if you want to take a Benz car or a Rolls Royce. So these are all actually a foreign companies, but they are manufacturing in India. So they are taking some extra care because our roads are not good. Okay. So that's why this is a bigger problem in future. So to achieve some multinational companies want to achieve some degree of global integration to hold costs down. So down the costs. Even global products may require some customization to meet government regulations. So the global products also may require some customization to meet government regulations in various countries. So the regulations in the countries are different from one government to another government. So suppose one country to the another country. So in India, some of the regulations are there, but in the case of in America, some conditions, some regulations are there. So according to the regulations are framed by the government, you have to meet the regulations in various countries. So your product certifies and regulates various countries. Okay, so or some tailoring to meet customer preference and also tailoring to meet customer preference. That means you have to fulfill the needs of the customer and preferences of the customer. So global products may require some customization. So the global product is needed some customization. There is some customization. That means there is a changes according to the local needs, according to the local needs in the country. Okay, then only it will be successful. Okay, so that's why this strategy is very, very important. So there are three strategies. One is globalization, and second one is multi-domestic strategy, and third one is transnational strategy. So then global strategy. Okay. Would I stopped over here?